The arcade tree on VIESSA is something insane. It is truly the best arcade tree in the game as of right now. I have been testing a lot of the trees and my conclusion is VIESSA is the best. As you can see, I hit a 10 million crit right there. That is insane to hit with a third ability, which means whenever you hit any weak points with this build, you will be guaranteed mental crits just like that. So let's go on over the build you are going to want to use on VIESSA. Now you might already have this build. It is nothing but an absolute raw dog balls to the walls damage build, which is gonna work really nicely on VIESSA. Now it's an absolute zero build, which means that you will be able to use your second ability for this. Now I am going to go on over why I've done everything specifically, but this is the build you are going to want to run, full damage and everything. If you are concerned about your survivability, you can replace spear and shield on the top row with increased HP or maximized, stim accelerant. That would work pretty cool, or HP amplification, but you shouldn't need to. With this build we have so much range, damage, everything, everywhere anyways, that you're not going to need to worry. For the reactor, you are going to want to throw a tactical rifle on the top in my opinion, because the secret garden is going to work best for my specific use case. For the two stats in the middle, chill singular. For the bottom, you're going to want cooldown and crit damage, or cooldown and chill is going to be best. Then we are backing this all up with the Slayer set. The Slayer set is going to help you just hit nothing but max damage, and this is essentially what you want to be running for your VIESSA. Now for the arcade tuning tree, this is what you are going to want to run. You are going to want to run the tree all the way to the right for your max skill power, as well as up top for your maximum cooldown. Now you're going to build up towards the cooldown from here, and as you can see we've got over 1300 skill power, and the cooldown is going to allow us to spam our abilities even harder. We're going to want the range as well to make our fourth ability just hit everything, and we're also going to want the extra crit damage for just more damage on the build. Then you can use the last few nodes that you have left to add on HP, make your VIESSA survive a little bit better, and that is essentially all you are going to need for your arcade tree. Now for the weapon, I use sprint speed on the secret garden. Now secret garden does work well with Slayer set and generally adds more damage, so that is why I am using the secret garden. As you can see with the sprint speed, we are almost at cap, but when we use VIESSA's second ability, we will be hitting sprint cap along with adrenaline rush. This is going to keep us all the way moving hella fast all the time, all the way at the maximum limit. When adrenaline rush is on, you're going to hit nothing but top speeds. To back that up even further and scale beyond sprint cap, we're going to be using brisk walk, so we're going to be even faster, because the name of the game with VIESSA is speed and damage. This is going to allow you to achieve max speed as well as max damage. For my second weapon, I use the last dagger just as a backup weapon in case I need to delete anything, and then this is the build I'm using on the last dagger, firing Fiesta, and then you can change the element based off what you want. If you want to put chill in there for a chill dagger, you can go with that. If you want to put fire in there for a fire dagger, so on and so forth, but just make sure you're rocking firing Fiesta. Once you hit a reload, just hit a weak point and you'll have infinite bullets for a short period of time. That's exactly what you are going to want to do. Simple as it gets, right? Then last but not least, we have the Albion Cavalry gun. This is just in case of emergencies, if you ever need to mob and you can never ever get any MP, but that will never ever be an issue because you should be running MP recovery in combat, out of combat, and MP recovery modifier to keep your MP flying. Let's talk about the gameplay now. So let me start off by showing you some Sigma Sector gameplay. Now this is the isolated desert landing zone Indigo. I do know these spawns very well because I've ran insane amounts of hours of Sigma Sector, if you don't know that already. But you can see VIESSA's first ability and her third ability just absolutely rip everything apart. Her fourth ability, her Hurricane, just deletes everything that stands inside of it. Anything that gets near it or into it just die. You can see me throwing 6 mil crits out, 7 mil, 5 mil, just like it's nothing with her third ability. Then when it comes to mobbing and just deleting a ton of hordes as well, VIESSA is pitch perfect for that too. As long as her second is on, you can just see me run into a horde, spam her 1 to even crowd control as well, and her fourth ability has such much better range with this tree to the point where like it is genuinely such a good ability anyways, but using it now with the extended range just feels like a great AoE control. Freyna is a strong Descendant as well. Currently the arcade skill trees are bugged, but VIESSA, I personally feel like this is going to make her come back as a meta Descendant. So let me just show you the rest of this run, because I promise you it's not going to be long at all. Cast your fourth ability here, destroy that, let all these enemies spawn, hit them all with your third ability, hit them all with your first ability. You're done. Hit them with the first ability again, hit them with the third. The cooldown on this build is so fast as well, to the point where you can literally just carry runs. As you can see here, there's a Freyna in this run. Freyna struggling to keep up with this VIESSA build because it's just doing numbers. Even if Freyna does poison first, VIESSA will end everything around you first, significantly faster than VIESSA. Oh, sorry, faster than Freyna. God, I can't even speak English no more. And then I just have a secret garden for the sprint speed, as I said. Good sprint speed weapon, and ideally you should have a stat stick or a weapon designed for sprint speed, just to make your runs a little bit more convenient, especially because, you know, if you're trying to hit stuff like this, it's going to be much nicer to be hitting stuff like this with a faster weapon or a faster Descendant than it will be with a slower one. So the final boss fight you'd think would be a challenge, right? For VIESSA? Yeah, right? Maybe? No, that's not a challenge. Press your 1, press your 3, you will one-shot everything. Straight up press your 1, put your hurricane down, another one-shot. Immediate one-shots with like her fourth ability and her first and third ability is just freaking great. I genuinely hope VIESSA becomes way more meta, because this is absolutely insanity. Now, even with this, after Elias or Daya does her fourth hit, you can see me just draining her MP with my fourth, and once it ends, it will take her out. Any other boss that you leave on the side will just suffer from the same treatment. I do believe I end up going down just because of the death mark that is inflicted on that ability. If you don't know already, that ability does mark you. If you get marked or debuffed by Daya at all, she will hit you even if you are outside of it, and you can just see the damage just delete her HP. In VIESSA is honestly great. A nice 3-minute run and almost 1 billion damage in a Sigma sector run is absolutely insane. One more example of me absolutely melting the bosses just goes to show how fast VIESSA can be. So you can see we are just moving into the final boss fight room right now, and the 3 players in my lobby have not even caught up yet. Hit that boss, whack him with the hurricane, hit my 1, hit my 3, and just wait for the effect of my second ability, which will inflict frost damage on the enemies. Just delete that, and you know it's bad when I have to teleport everybody into this circle. That's how you know this build is cooking. Now, I did take the death just to take care of that boss over there. Easy, just get the respawn, not a problem. You know, this build allows you to get one-shotted to some extent, but if you are running the HP arcade, you should be fine. Just use my 4 and my 3, doesn't even matter. Nothing matters to VIESSA. She's just doing so much damage to the point where it is utterly ridiculous. Now, this does not limit to Sigma sector. This dogs in Purge, which I will show you next. It dogs Colossuses, it dogs everything, and that's another run down. Very nice, very fast, and VIESSA is honestly the best Descendant, debatably the best Descendant in the game. I say bring back VIESSA meta, because let me show you why. So here is some Purge 30 gameplay in public, just going straight in with the hurricane. VIESSA does mental damage, and of course I'm in public. Is VIESSA carrying? Probably not, but even still, VIESSA is great for dealing with all of the trash mobs, while Serena can deal with the elites or Glare. I do think this makes Serena a lot more, makes VIESSA a lot more viable, because you can see her just deleting and even freezing the enemies in place for Serena or Glare to just absolutely delete. Most likely Serena, because, you know, we've seen the meta of this game and it's pretty hard stuck in Serena, but you can just see VIESSA's fourth ability just absolutely rips into everything, and it's a great setup ability for other Descendants in the game. Other than that, I did get a really nice comment from a man who's seen my videos, or a woman. I have no idea, but you know, I do appreciate the kind comments. I did let that one rip a little bit too early, I think, but even still, you can see it just deletes all the trash and just leaves the elites left. VIESSA is a Descendant that I think will genuinely make a massive difference in Purge if people do consider her. Now, I'm not 100% sure whether she will get considered, but I think that VIESSA meta is on its way to making an insane comeback, because I'm in love with playing VIESSA again, and it is genuinely amazing. Now, let's move on to some Colossus gameplay, because you know it can't be a VIESSA video without showing some gameplay of the Molten Fortress. So Molten's about to spawn in, and because the way that they changed the spawning, you got less time to set up. Is that an issue for VIESSA? Not really. Just use your 1, use your 3, use your 4. Once he falls over, hit him with your 1 as much as you can, and the turtle has no chance of surviving. And the thing is, this is not just a Molten. In the testing I've done, I've managed to take out Executioner, Bride, Pyro, Devourer in sub 10-second runs constantly. This is a great build to be using even for Colossi. Truly the one does all build. Next up, we have some special operations gameplay. Now, how does VIESSA handle special operations? Of course, she just fucking melts everything. VIESSA is truly that Descendant, and honestly, even with little HP on the build, you don't really have too many issues. Like I said, if you are really struggling with HP, then just replace Spear and Shield on the build with Maximize HP. Maximize HP, you can tell it's 3 AM and I'm tired recording this or editing this. Holy hell. Stim Accelerant or increase HP is more than good enough. But you can see VIESSA deletes. Now, a fun fact over here is that if you are using VIESSA's 4th ability, otherwise known as a Hurricane, you can spawn trap faster than Inace's can. So VIESSA can essentially, if she's got a big enough radius or even is just spamming spawns, will give Inace a run for her money. Inace's abilities spread and VIESSA's trap. There's a massive difference, and Inace is not going to be able to keep up if VIESSA's ability is already there and already active. As you can see there, I got completely jumped from behind me, but even though I'm down, my abilities are still good. VIESSA is honestly great. Let me show you the last bit of this run, just to give you a clear indication on my damage. Okay, so final bit of the video, last bit of the Spec Ops run. But that's basically been this video overall, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please do smash that like button, and if you are new here, please do consider subscribing. I'm going to have plenty of guides coming out for all of the new Descendant tree synergies, and I'm just updating and min-maxing a lot of stuff. So, you know, please do stay tuned, and I'm going to also push to make as much content as I can for you guys. Anyways, last section of the run, let's have a quick cheeky gander. As you can see here, I hit 1.3 billion damage, and the Inaces in this run only hit 1.4, meaning VIESSA kept up pretty nicely, and VIESSA can raw dog fight with Inace when it comes to damage. It's a great Descendant and 100% something you should invest in. But yeah, that's been this video. I hope you've enjoyed. Smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.